Yeah, hi. So now can you start, Benisha? Technical interview.
Yeah,
So first, please
yeah,
tell
sure,
me about
definitely.
yourself.
Yeah, hi, very good evening. And coming to the myself, I'm Vinisha, and I'm having 4 years of experience on developing and maintaining web applications by using Java and Spring Boot frameworks.
Okay.
And coming to my work experience, I was working in a software engineer in Florida Soft Technologies Private Limited, Hyderabad.
Okay.
And I worked on related to financial and as well as healthcare banking domains in my career. And in recently, I worked in a financial domain. It's related to a loan management system. The motto of this project is so as of now, like we know everything like nowadays, taking loans increase day by day like tremendously.
Okay.
So as per the scenario, we have developed on a web application. So we offer services like admin service, loan management service, user service, officer service, field officer service, and payment service, fee section, and help report sessions. So coming to the my roles and responsibilities, I am working as a backend developer. I follow agile methodologies, and I use we follow microservices architecture, and as well as I use Spring Boot with RESTful references to develop the REST endpoints, and along with this I followed MVC design pattern, and finally Java.
Okay. Okay. So right now you are using Java 8, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what are the features? Newly added features are implemented.
Yeah, coming to the newly added features in Java 8, so I observed Streams API, functional interfaces, Lambda expressions, Streams API, method references, optional class, default and static methods in interfaces, for each method, collectors.
Okay.
These are the new
So
features in
now
Java.
suppose I want ask about lambda expression. So why implemented lambda expression in Java 8? What is the objective of this?
So why we need lambda expression? Because of its expression is short block of code because of its takes in parameters and returns as value. And these lambda expressions are similar to the methods, but they do not need a name and it can be implemented right in the body of a method. And lambda expressions are also used to represent the functional interfaces.
Okay. Okay. What is the method reference in Java 8?
Yeah, method reference. Just like method reference is used to refer method of functional interface. It's a makes code simple and more readable than lambda expressions.
So what syntax can be used for lambda expression? Syntax just like double colon or single colon or arrow. What kind of things can we do if we are
Lambda
using
ex-
no, we are using method reference.
method reference syntax.
Yeah.
Method reference syntax. It's like mm, sup- uh,
Okay,
like
no problem, no problem.
containing class colon method name.
Okay, got it. Suppose if you have a list, in list you have a multiple duplicate element, right? So
Okay.
suppose if you are applying Java 8 by using Stream API, so how do you write code? Just to give the syntax.
Distinct keyword is used.
Distinct, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give the syntax, how do you write code in one line?
By using Java 8, right? You're
Yes,
asking.
yes. Java 8, not just I will tell you Java Stream, Stream API.
Stream API.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So Stream API. Suppose, for example, I have a list. My list name was list one. Suppose I need to remove this. I will use like list dot stream dot distinct dot collect of collectors to list.
Okay, okay, got it. Okay, so now moving on next question. What are the basic features of the OOPS concept?
Basically, OOPS concepts means we have a polymorphism,
Hmm.
encapsulation,
Hmm.
abstraction,
Hmm.
inheritance, and class and objects also considering to the OOPS concepts.
Okay.
Coming to the, for example, polymorphism.
Hmm.
The name itself, it says poly, it's have many forms.
Hmm.
It's a method overloading and overriding.
Okay.
Overloading means, suppose,
Okay, okay, got it. Overloading, overriding. Not a problem. Just move on next. Encapsulation and abstraction.
so encapsulation means it's wrapping or binding the data as a single unit,
Hmm.
like and it's used to provide the private and
Example.
setters are used to
Example.
encapsulation.
Example. You give the example how to be uh, tell to Java it is encapsulation is happen and where is happen abstraction.
Yeah, whenever suppose I have a class, for example, employee,
Hmm.
and I'll provide.
Just I'm okay. Just hold on. I just simplifying to you with one example, just to give yes or no. Okay.
Okay,
For example, you have a class. Class name is A. Have a variable public string name and method. Just like public void display. Okay. This is the method, and here I am just putting system out dot println display. Okay.
okay,
And now moving on main method, I am creating object of the class A is equal to new A, and A dot method called as a display. So A dot display. So these are two conditions. So where you assume is coming encapsulation part, where is coming abstraction part.
so it's coming with the encapsulation. You have declared a variable as a public string name. So remembering encapsulation, we need to give the private as a data member and pass the only getter method for the name.
No,
And
no,
after
no, no,
that,
no, no. You're not going to the right path. Actually, I am telling encapsulation means you tell about the entity. Entity is if you aware about the entity. Entity is a real time. Okay,
yeah,
right?
yeah, correct.
So object is a real time entity or any template.
Object is
Object
a key,
real time entity, right?
the entity.
So real time entity means who will bind data and method into single unit. Who will
Single
bind? Who will bind?
object can bind the data
That
into
is the
single.
encapsulation. This is the simple thing,
Yeah, yeah, got it.
right?
Yeah,
And just I give an hint about that. So a dot method called as a display. Suppose I method a dot display. So how do you tell where is encapsulation in this scenario?
hello.
Yeah, yeah. Please tell.
So we can tell like provide the getters to the.
No, Vinisa. Actually, you are telling wrong path. Abstraction just like is a hiding the complexity of behavior. That call be a abstraction. Okay. So if you calling method object dot method as a display, so you are not writing anything else. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
you
yeah.
call method simply by using dot. So that
Dot
is
by.
abstraction because of here nothing you writing anything else. Just you get only output. So because of a dot method display, so this means follow the abstraction concept because of here I am hiding the complexity of behaviors. Behaviors means you have written inside the curly braces system out dot println or any logics if you are writing, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct.
So what to be display? That call be
It's called be only like a dot.
dots. Okay. So what do you get? What to not get? So not get and get means that is the complexity, right?
Yes, correct.
What to be get, what to be not get. So not get means you curly braces and system out dot println you did not get, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
what do you get? Only display,
Only display method will call.
right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
that is the abstraction. So just you for your reference, just I tell you, okay. So you just not move on just Pojo class as a private and getter and setter. This is not a part of encapsulation because of OOPS is follow the whole features, whole classes. All features are implemented in whole classes, whether it is a variables or private or public, whatever kind of you declaring. Okay, so doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So one more question about uh, inheritance. Just I will ask. Class A have a constructor A. Here I am just printing constructor A. Okay, system out dot println. Okay, class B extend class A. Here I have a constructor B. Here I am printing constructor B. Just now moving on main method, creating object of class B is equal to new B. So which constructor first will call?
Parent class constructor will be called first.
Right, right. One more question on this. Suppose if you have a one method as a private in a super class, okay, private void display, okay. Just I am writing same method and same signature. Just I am changing only modifier as a public
Okay.
in in subclass, okay. So in
Okay.
that scenario, overriding concept will follow or not?
It's
Because
a
a super
private.
class have a private method, okay, and child class have a public method with the same signature. Everything is same, but modifier is changed only.
Right. But actually, the thing is, we can't override private or static methods because of
Okay.
private methods are
So
not visible.
means cannot be override. Okay. So just I am removing override annotation. Okay.
Okay.
So in that scenario, that program will run
I
or give
think the
compilation error.
compilation error
Why?
because of we can't
Because of
override
private is on class of A.
because
Okay.
of private is on class of A.
A, and that public void display method is on class of B because of B means
It's a
it
public.
means super class cannot be access to the child class features, right? So in
Yeah.
that scenario, it will be compile and run, but you cannot apply it override, but program will run and compile.
Okay, we can't
If
apply
you
override. No?
write later on interview, just you write this program, you will get the answer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We will get the okay because of we are not applying override. I thought like we are applying override.
Okay. So
Yeah.
here not because of override concept will not follow. If you are giving following the override concept, so that will give the compilation error. So
Correct.
that's why
If
I
we
given one condition. I am not overriding means I am not using override
if
annotations or
we
something.
use override, it will give compile time error.
Yes, yes. That time
Yeah.
will get.
Exactly.
So just now and you have worked on collection, right?
Collections. Yeah.
So in collection have a two option. One is a list, another have a linked list. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to perform two operation, one for insertion, one for fetching. So which object of these two is a better for fetching and which one is for inserting is well?
For insertion, fetching, I think both are same.
No, no, no.
Fetching
Insert,
uses
fetch is
list
different. Means you are retrieving, right?
retrieving. So retrieving and fetching the array list is better. For any insertion and deletion, linked list is better.
So I was telling about the insertion, one scenario giving you
Yeah.
insertion and fetching or retrieving.
Yeah.
Any way you can tell. So
Okay.
which object is well for fetching or retrieving?
Array list is better for that.
Okay. And for insertion?
Linked list is better.
Okay. So suppose I give one scenario on the you aware about the tree set, okay? So tree set, I have a object, tree set is equal to new tree set. I am just adding ts add, one is a null object, okay?
Okay.
And another I am adding abc as a string.
Okay.
And just I want to print system out dot println ts of the tree set object. So what you will get the output? Just you think, you just you take 1 minute for giving the answer, not a problem. Just you give the correct answer.
Reset doesn't allow any null objects, null values. We'll get a runtime exception will generate it. If we
Runtime
add
exception, runtime or compile time?
runtime exception.
Runtime.
Yeah.
So what kind of exception you will get?
Null pointer exception, runtime exception.
Okay, right. Correct. So just moving on. You aware about hash map, right?
Yeah.
So what is hashing collision?
Hash collision. It's
Yes.
a collision is a situation occurs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, suppose there is a situation where two or more key objects
Mm-hmm.
produce same final hash value
Mm-hmm.
and hence pointing to the same bucket location or array index. You
Okay.
can call it.
Okay, got it. So suppose I will tell you, you make on class as a main you on class as a custom for immutable. Okay. So how do you write immutable class?
For custom immutable class, we need to follow some rules.
Mm-hmm.
Like class must be final, so that failed classes cannot be created.
Mm-hmm.
And data members in the class must be declared private,
Mm.
so that direct access is not allowed.
If suppose I want to write as a final, so it will work or not? Final variable and final method
It will work.
work. Okay.
Yeah,
If
final
suppose
variable.
if suppose I am writing private method and can be allow any modification method just as a setter or something can be allowed.
No, it is not allowed in immutable class.
Okay. Just moving on database side. Uh, what are difference between you have worked on MySQL or any other database?
MySQL.
MySQL. So what is difference between MySQL and SQL?
MySQL and SQL. SQL is like a query programming language for managing odd DBMS,
Okay.
but SQL is an odd DMS that
Okay.
SQL.
That is sufficient, not a problem. So you aware about join, right?
Yeah, joins.
So how many types of join?
Left join, first basically joins inner join,
Hmm.
and second is left outer join, right outer join, full outer join.
Okay. So when will you use inner join?
Suppose I have a situation when I want to fetch the records that having matching values in the both tables.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. And left join?
left outer join.
Hmm. No, left join.
Uh,
Just you not left outer join. Okay. Just you give the answer of left outer join. Not a problem.
yes. It returns all records from the left table
Hmm.
and matched records from the right table.
Okay. So just need to few question. You have worked on a Spring framework
Spring I worked on 1.5 years onwards.
and any Spring Boot.
Yeah, Spring Boot also.
So why we are using Spring Boot rather than Spring framework? Suppose I will
Because
tell you.
yeah, because of Spring main feature is dependency injection.
Mm-hmm.
But Spring Boot comes with the auto configuration.
Mm-hmm.
And Spring Boot contain embedded servers, Tomcat and Jetty.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, we need to set up the servers explicitly.
So which annotation is provide auto configuration? If suppose I give the example, if Spring Boot application annotation will provide or any other annotation will provide.
Which annotation is?
Spring Boot application annotation. You aware about Spring Boot application?
Yeah, great Spring Boot application.
So which one will provide the auto configuration?
It will provide a configuration. Like it's a combination of three annotations, like a component scan, enable auto configuration, and at the configuration.
No, no. So that is for the that is for the like that for the custom configuration, right? Suppose
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you are writing Spring Boot application by using some JPA concept, so you have no need to write any database configuration. I believe that just you put the database in application property.
Yeah, the properties file.
Okay, okay. Uh, just 1 minute. So, so I want to ask about one more question related to Spring Framework.
Okay.
Is a singleton bean is a thread safe or not?
Singleton bean is thread
Hello,
safe. Basically,
hello.
singleton bean
सर म्यूट हो आप सर
depends
आपकी
on
आवाज़
the
नहीं आ रही
how
है.
the class whose scope is singleton is written. Suppose
Just hold 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. हेलो मयंक.
हाँ सर.
हाँ क्या प्रॉब्लम है बताओ.
एक मिनट से बता दूँ.
मुझे थोड़ा 10 मिनट का टाइम दो यार थोड़ा मैं अभी बताता हूँ थोड़ा. हाँ चलो चलो.
सर
हाँ ये 10 मिनट का टाइम दे दो फिर मैं बैठ के कराता हूँ. थोड़ा 10 मिनट का
ठीक है
टाइम
सर.
दो. हाँ
ठीक है सर.
हाँ हेलो.
yeah, hello.
यस यस यस.
So singleton is not thread safe.
Okay, right. So you aware about any repository component and
Yeah, thread repository and component.
service, right?
Service,
Annotation.
yeah.
So what
Yeah.
are the roles of this?
Basically, coming to the great repository annotation, it's a specialization of component annotation. Mainly, it is used to indicate that the class provide the mechanism. Mm, hello.
Yes. Please tell me. Yeah, please tell.
Like it's mainly focus on which provides the various way to manage business objects,
Okay.
and it can be like indicate that the class provides a mechanism for storage, retrieval, update, delete, and such operations on the objects.
Okay. So just one question on the Hibernate. What is the persistent? What is difference between persistent, detached, and transient object?
Detached,
Detached,
transient.
transient, and persistent.
Mm,
You have worked on
basically,
Hibernate or not? If you not done, so
yeah,
you please tell frequently no.
yeah, yeah,
You worked on.
yeah.
Okay.
Persistence means that the object has been saved to the database. But whereas the transient means that is has not been saved yet. For example, when you get an entity for the from a repository, so that the entity is persistent. But when you create a new entity, it means transient until persist.
Okay. Okay. So, in Hibernate, for example, uh, can we configure multiple database through the Hibernate?
Can we configure
Multiple
multi?
database through Hibernate. Suppose
Actually,
database 1, database 2, database 3.
yeah. So I worked on Spring Boot. It's allow to
No,
connect
not
multiple
use
data.
a Spring Boot, just use simple program. Suppose you writing core Java program. Okay. So in that scenario, can you
Yeah, it
add
allows.
multiple?
Yeah. Yeah, a single Hibernate application, we are able to interact with more than one DB.
Okay. Okay. So what design pattern you following right now?
MVC design pattern.
No. Suppose you writing in core Java. So what kind of design pattern you follow?
Singleton abstraction builder design patterns.
Okay, 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 okay. So, Nisha, I have done our interview, so
Okay.
not a problem. You will get positive feedback. So,
Okay.
HR will
Thank you.
shortly call you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah. Thank you so much for the call.
you. Okay.
Yeah.